Yay, we're live. Hey, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? I was going to say it, not say anything. You can see how it is. Hey, Genevieve. You coming? What's happening? Love you all. Much love to everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. Today's going to be kind of interesting because we want to talk about, you know, like the grounding. I don't know what did we caption this? I don't remember. And I just did it like 30 minutes ago. Um, but Spirit really wants to emphasize your sense of your own self. Hey, Facebook user, um, because of everything that's going to be coming up and that is coming up for humanity, for people. So it's like imperative that those of us that have gone through a lot of this stuff in the spiritual communities, whatever, that we've done the work and that we apply it properly now, because you know training wheels are off. Let's say the time the real anchoring of the light. When we're going to be hitting a lot more resistance, and it's not to say it's like more resistance than there was, but before it was like unknown, it was hidden, it was this or that. The idea that humanity has to come together in unity, and that like we're not just going to be it's not going to be done for us. A planetary consciousness of unity is what we is great, and of joy and benevolence and all this stuff. But if someone comes down and from the sky, like they say, and tells you like you need to be like this, is anybody going to want to even do it? No, because it changes from inside. Everybody has to change themselves willingly, to come into light, to come, or love, or whatever you want to call it, or to choose whatever. But with the coming times, because of the um, something I'm very used to. Yes, thoughts, lots of thoughts, double air sign, with the with the water moon. So um, all kinds of depth of thoughts, all kinds of thoughts, and so just really important that we don't get that people don't get lost. People talk about the false light all the time. They talk about this stuff. They talk about that. It's all the story, And I know I say this, probably said this before, but Spirit is really like adamant about the fact that like you don't listen to things anymore, and at least for me is the what the message that they're saying, because we're only supposed to listen to ourselves, honestly. I mean, yeah, we listen to other people and that's great, but at what point do we have to ever do what they say? Never. Like, because it's my life. It's not disrespectful. It's not anything like that. If you ask me and I say no because I can't help you, you can't be mad. Like, so there's a lot of like misinterpretations of proper, like, being an awakened being or ascended master or this or that. It's not just that you go around and you just like force love into all these places, but obviously we have to do, we have to we have to transmute it as much as we can. But a lot of times, in the physical, the 3D plane, you don't want to interact with a lot of that stuff. um, Even though you might want to, right? Going out to, a bar, or going out to somewhere, a club, or anywhere, just like a nightlife type thing. It's something that as you start to, get more light and ascend, you kind of step away from it. But at what point are you going to stay away from these things for the rest of your life? Are you going to be afraid of them? Are you going to be, this or that? So it's all about you standing all the time, everywhere you go, not being pushed or pulled one way or another. Uh, and that's what's really gonna solidify what gets solidified. you know, um, I wish I could remember the caption. Can you remind me what we captioned this? Welcome to the show. It's you embodying, I wanted to say like new grounds, embodying, yourselves, because what I find, the reason why I like doing this stuff, I like talking about this, because I've always seen the discrepancies in lots of things, and definitely in the spiritual realm. And in the spiritual realm, being a part of this, it's there too, because they're trying to hijack the spiritual narrative. They try to hijack, everything. So a lot of this stuff, that if your spiritual path is causing you, negativity is causing you this, causing you that, then either it's something that you really need to see and you need to recognize, is it you and is it your thing that you have to come over, or are they thoughts and ideas that you're just following, that maybe you want them to be true, or um, things that worry you, because even in spiritual community, we have to be careful of that. Like self, what is that? You look for what you already believe in, so it's self gratification. And even in the spiritual community, like spiritual ego or spiritual, people say like, oh, I am God and I am this and I am that, and it's like, listen, that's fine. Michael still doesn't care, but because we shouldn't, you shouldn't be that, but you should know yourself, right? But what's the Tai Chi saying, or, the Taoists or whatever, the Buddhist monks, it's he who says he knows does not know. And then like he who knows does not say, because it's written on in your energy field, and so that's a lot of what spirit is helping, to describe to us, is that gift, standing in your light, projecting your light, staying on the inside, not letting things come into you, because I've said, like I say, we're so hooked on figuring it all out, which is fine, figure it out, figure things out, but you don't have to, right? Like as long as you know enough to survive, you're good. You're gonna make it, and then ideally learn how to take care of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, and then others, but and that's what is paramount in our world, right? That's what we need. That's what the world doesn't really kind of focus on and kind of do. And so, and not like we don't, but it's sort of like the world is fixing itself in a way in order to make it them better, that based off what they think, like, prettier, faster, smarter. I mean, like, whereas in the true unlocking and unleashing of your soul, doesn't care how big you are, doesn't care how little you are, doesn't care how fast or slow you are. It's on a whole nother level, because big, small, not an issue. Fast, slow, time, not an issue. So it's like, um, and that's the hard part, if you will, when we're in this density and we're in this vessel, that we have all of this to express, but if we can't express it in a safe environment, or even the totality of the abilities, where we wouldn't blow something up when we first started to express it, right? So it's because I challenge spirit all the time, like, the whole plan, God's, the grand plan and everything. I challenge spirit. I've done it my whole life. And, lately I've just been at a point where, like, I'm waiting for them, and it's kind of interesting, because it's always your journey and you always have to do more and do more. But, how many of us do everything we can all the time, and be love and light, right? And it'll just come. It's just like, okay, well, yeah, tell that to the ancient Egyptians who had slaves, tell that to, like, this has been thousands of years, guys. Don't sit here and tell us, like, now all of a sudden, and I'm not saying it's not going to be now, but, it's like, really, guys, like, really, like, we really could use and see some of that wonderful God benevolence that he has, because that's the teaching in, like, Taoist and Tai Chi, okay, or whatever. When, the universe will play with you no matter what. It doesn't care. because energy is just energy. Energy doesn't judge another energy and say like, oh, you're wrong, you should be like me. And then everyone over here is trying to be like this. No, energy is just energy. It's truth. It's fact. It's what it is. Um, and so there's no good or bad. So it's up to you to decide what you do with it. So there is that huge layer, on the human spectrum where we as people have to make sure that we're being nice. We don't, the karma, the this or the that, we do our part. But then I say to spirit, so okay, you're up, because we've been holding it down for like as long as we can. So it's that interplay, that where it's, you know, we're here to help save the planet, but then we can't get through to anybody, can't talk to anybody about it. You know what I mean? We don't, most of the spiritual people aren't the ones with all the money, if you will. I'd like to think we are, but whatever, and so it's like, so we don't have the resources like we would really want. So all of this, wishing, create the world you want. Hey, yeah, I've been trying. You know what I'm saying? We've been trying to do this for, how many thousands of years, right? Why are all the light workers broke when they incarnate? How about that? How about you explain how the most powerful, loving ones who are here to help are the most like repressed? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, uh, and there's all of those, and it's okay. I don't want to bring that to you guys. It's all part of your journey, why you're here, your soul. Like I said, the plant, like, it's okay. It really is. But, I go through that regularly. Oh, okay. So that's when I was supposed to sit back and receive. I thought I was supposed to take action. Sorry. And then it's like, I took action and that blew up in the whole world. So now what? Sit back. Okay, now I'm gonna sit back. It's just like, but that is the point, is aligning yourself with your soul, not your human, and not this world, right? So we're here, but we don't want to touch anything, because if you touch it, then, oh, I like that. No, I don't like it, because if I like it and then it goes away, I'm gonna be sad. Like, I don't like no more emotions, no more, and that's like the balanced way. The monks, they're meditating, they're not, that's why they're always calm, that's why they're always, like, they're trying to maintain, to become, and it's shared on Facebook, a master she, you know becoming the controller, like, of your energy field, of yourself. He says, the saying, when you see something that you like, you want to pull it, but don't pull, because then one day it's going to fall back and it's going to go all the way out from you, and you're just going to sit and watch as it goes all the way out, right? Whatever it is that you like. And if you don't like something, don't push it away, because then you're focused, you're pushing away, and then it's going to come snapping back on you. It's going to be right in your face. So you just maintain the center point where you're not picking or choosing. But if you want to feel happy, then you can feel happy if you choose. And it can be for any reason that you choose. What I find, and I don't want to pick on the ladies, but as a man, guys, we're always, we're more narrow-minded. We're more, women are thinking everything. Guys are a little more focused, like, in general, right, comparison. Um, so a lot of times, guys, we know what we like. Guys know what we like. We know what kind of car we like. We know what kind of, like, everything. Guys are very, whereas in, like, women, you're receptives. They're receptives. They're more, um, thrill me, right? Like that. And so the way I've always, with this understanding of, like, balance and choosing and control, and you be and you create, I've always been like, no, you have to learn how to not, that's not what you want to do. Like, yeah, we all want to do that, but that's why you ride roller coasters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think in relationships, a lot of times it's, oh, I want to be swept off my feet, right? Or I want to find someone who actually brings excitement to my life, because I deserve that, or whatever, like someone who stimulates me. It's like, you need to stimulate yourself, son. Find what you like, find what you want to do, find what, instead of a man who's gonna, like, make you, like, or whatever. But it's that control, of yourself. And it's not like you control in that bad way, right? But you choose, you learn to choose. And when you master this, the reason this is important, you master this, you can be happy at any time for any reason that you choose, no matter who's around you. Instead of looking out into the 3D world, expecting your internal soul amazing experience to see it out there, to get it from, a chocolate bar, right? That's why emotional eating. And listen, I have chocolate chip cookies for the rest of my life. Get out of town. I'm not knocking it, but we have to learn these things. This is how you guys find unity, right? It's in here first, because a lot of wait, they're saying a lot of, like, the reason why people's uh, why your people's lives can alter in ways that it was unexpected is because of an in alignment in the mind, body, soul, in the whole being, where your heart wants love so bad, thinking you don't have it, but your gnosis knows that you have it. And so then you go looking for it from the heart space, you find it, and then it gets taken away because your gnosis is, what's in control. So this is the alignment. Do I want it? Yes, I want love. Who doesn't? We are love. You don't need to go find it, right? Like, go, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. Change your mind. You can sit outside and you can have the best day in the world, or you can sit outside and just be like, not having the best day, just shut it all off and then go. And that's why it's so key to stay inside of yourself as often as you can, because that's when you can feel and you can sometimes see energies coming in at you, and mostly for me, like, I feel it, as soon as there's a difference. You guys will notice when you're inside yourself and then you choose to hop out and, let's say, go into a conversation, or put yourself into, an empathic, or you're sensing something over here, or someone else, like you're out somewhere, you're just talking with somebody else. You can put yourself into their shoes. A lot of us can, because we're all empathic. It's very easy for us to do that, but then you have to come back into yourself, and it's a clear as day, different feeling. And so you learn to operate from that inner. And what's going to happen with the world is a lot of people aren't necessarily going to respond properly, because they're going to keep wanting your energy and your attention, right? And you're not going to be giving it to them. So chances are it's not going to look pretty in the beginning, for the most part, until people start to, come around, and it will be. So if it, that's why it always seems like it's getting worse, or it seems like, right? Because people lash out when they're trying to understand. They lash out when they're in fear. They lash out when they're, um, you know, whatever. And if that's what people are doing, well, then we know what to do, right? You guys know what to do. You guys know how to handle that. And then just realizing that too. How epic. What did I title it? I titled this Masters of the Universe. Duh. Hello. I mean, that's what it all is. You have to master your universe, right? You can't we can try to figure out this place forever, and as long as they keep the documents hidden all the time, we'll never figure. No, but it's like this is a rat. This is. Don't get caught up in this. There's nothing here for you. There really isn't. Like, what? A house, what, yeah, houses are nice, cool, we can live in them. But really, like, it's a fad. Everything's a fad. Like, if you don't think that we live in that, like, that people still are buying things for prestige and how they look and how they, you know what I mean? Things have value differently. Wait, all the time, everywhere you go. You can buy an organic orange and a regular orange, and they're different price. Like, we're completely valuing things better or worse. And losing our minds trying to be number one out there, or whatever, you know, and so what do we do? Well, like I say, just like you say, what do you say? You say, like I said, you just stay inside. You stay inside. Stay inside, guys. That's it. Because then you're safe. You're gonna be safe. Because who's inside? You are. You are. You're inside, right? We love you, and we're all inside there too. And everything is all. It's all inside. All the love, all the hate, all the. You know, it's like I said. You know, we see or we hear music. What happens to our molecules? Oh my God. Why? Because your brain did it. Your brain did it, and your brain did it. I'm gonna say that, right? A million times. You created molecules because and I'll explain why even deeper. How come one person likes that song and another person doesn't like that song? Okay, same sound. You can't say it was the sound that made me feel it there. No, 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 no. It wasn't the sound. It was not this. I mean, obviously the sound. You know what I mean? Like you heard it, and then you know, but you decided how you're gonna feel off that sound, right? It's not just music. You know, sound. Anything could be distorted. It could be harmony. You know, it could be aligned. So you gotta stay inside, guys, all the time, and be honest and admit, you know, what you might have thought was on the inside, but was on the outside, or you might have thought was on the outside, but was actually on your inside. You know, this is you mastering the universe. You guys are masters of the universe. The only thing, there's one problem of all the problems. There's one overarching problem is that you all got distracted. Period. Did anybody come to Earth to wussy it up? No, not a single one of you, not a single soul on the planet. I don't care. Even if you were embodied into that, so you had to play the role for the family, the friends, whatever, doesn't matter. That's not the goal. You didn't come to Earth to, you know, just be sad, right? None of us did. We came to Earth to kill it. Slang term, you know, not literal. We came to Earth to be all that we are. Um, so this idea of anything less is irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant, and it doesn't even make sense. The second somebody else around here tells you you ain't smart because you didn't pass the quiz, or you didn't do this, or you didn't do that, tell them to take a hike. You know what I mean? Like, who the heck are you in the first place? But then again, we all run into that too because we grow up and we're taught, you know, family and friends and this and this, and it even that doesn't matter, right? Not all family, you know, some kids are in unfortunate family situations growing up, right? I'm supposed to respect this person. You know how long that takes, right? As kids, you know how much of a mind junk that is, you know, that's terrible. I don't ever want to, you know, the way everything's got to change, guys. Like, I mean, you know, I'm sorry to say it. I don't want to say like I know stuff. Right? It's like, how do you go around the world seeing it all and just not trying to have it's not ego. Like, I just want to help, you know, and I want to help bring everyone back to the center point of why how you got mixed up in the first place, right? I mean, it's like, because it all comes from somewhere, and we can all do that. And we all are doing that. We do it for ourselves, our own shadow work. We do it for our family lines, do it for ancestral lines. You know, I've been doing it for my family, you know, so we're all doing that stuff. And so why are we afraid to share it with each other? Why are we afraid? Because, like I said, we're trying to be number one. We're trying to have more value than something else. It's why I always, you know, capitalism can kiss my behind too. You know what I mean? Like, yes, okay, it's the best system we got so far that we're using. But capitalism is literally, you know, like overcharging prices, overcharging retail, you know what I mean, prices for, you know, things that you're making wholesale. Capital, like We shouldn't even need capital. It should be equalityism. You know what I'm saying? Like no, no. You know, oh, capitalism encourages innovation. Yeah, it encourages Hitler to rise to power. You know what I'm saying? How about we just calm down with all this fucking ambition? You know, like everybody has ambition. We get up, you want to go play, you want to go experience this, you want to go learn that. Everybody's calm down about what kind of ambition, how much you got, how productive you're being, how non-productive you're being. You know what I'm saying? All of it's all a job, man. The whole thing. Since I was 3, you know, and we all and everybody wants to know what to do. We all have to get there. So you have to be honest with yourself. And you have to, and that's the forgiving. Because I don't care. You can tell me everything you've ever done, like the most messed up stuff, and I will zip the lip. You could tell me you myrtleized someone, right? I'll be like, whoa, and you didn't get caught? Zip. I'm not gonna say nothing ever. That's between me. God, lock that up. I'm never saying, you know what I mean? But who's gonna tell me, you know? Because then if I tell you, I have to, you too, you know, you guys saying. But it's like, you know, it's hold on, right. You have to love, just love yourself again. It's okay. You know, like whatever it is that you're going through, I guarantee you, no matter how messed up it is, someone else has too. You know, we're all in this together, no matter what, no matter how much you don't think you are. And I think it's nice to see the world realizing. It's nice to see the world coming together. Uh, Shout out to you know, someone in my family who were, you know, we're at odds on this, you know. And then we told her just hugging the other day at the show. But you know, and it just goes to show all the all the blah 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 blah, you know, and come at the end of the day, I see you. When I see you guys face to face, you're getting a hug. Better be ready. That's it. I don't care. All right. I don't care if you're Snoop Dogg or you're the queen of England. What is the queen of England? She ain't the queen of shit for me. Uh, Queen of England or whatever. And you know, like I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna go, hey, you little reptilian lizard ass. Show me that tongue. Show me that tongue. I want to see the tongue in action. Yo, you know what I mean? Like we are here to change it. So no more of this, you know, what like oh, I said a bad word, I'm not gonna send, I'm not a light beam, you know what I mean? Like they crack up when you talk to them. What do you think, where do you think they're sitting at the lounge right now watching the Earth show? You know what I mean? You think bars or clubs or parties stop once we ascend? Like it's just a bunch of white, everything's just white, we just walk around in prayer position like all the time, we just float? Like no, it's a multiverse, verse, verse. You know, like we got so much more to ground to bring here, and the sooner we ignore this, the sooner we're gonna be able to do it. Because all your problems that you think you have too, they're not even problems. You know what I mean? They're human being Earth things I don't even care about. You know, like that I think is important. You know, stuff like there's so change change the game now. Now the game is changing. You guys are here to change the game. We're all here to change the game. That's what we're all doing, and it's changing. Get off. Get the fuck up out of bed, bitch. Go. Right? Let's go. That's what it is. It's time to go. No more excuses. No more. No more. And you know, if you need a day because you're feeling low vibe, you know, that's fine. We got you. Right? We love you. We're always gonna can have that, right? But get over it and keep going, right? Because it's here. It's here. We can be love. When you can do love and happy wherever you're at, you don't have to go anywhere. You don't need anything. You don't, right? You can stand right in the middle of an active volcano on fire and just be like, this is great. This shit hurts. Woo, but it's hot. But man, this is wow. Thank you for this experience. And then you're dead, and then you go to heaven and you're like, yeah, that was the way to go out. Yeah. Like, the only reason we're upset or afraid is because, ow, it hurts. It hurts my ow. And it can hurt our soul too. So be kind to your soul. But, a lot of it, that's the fearless stuff, the people who are the samurai, not afraid that, I didn't come to earth to be told. It's big right there. That's big. Let that one sink in. I did not. I'm going to get a t-shirt. That's my t-shirt. None of you can have it. I claim it right now. No, I mean, you guys can have it too. I want that. I want that so bad. I did not come to earth to be told. So that's it. Oh, I love that t-shirt. Thank you. Thanks for that. That's cool. There's an energy here. So let's describe. It's like a really tall, let's say like you're dark. You have a dark, like they're just like can't see. You're like it's like black. And it's kind of like a beak. It's got a head. It's not Egyptian, but it's got a head like this, and it's all shiny, like smooth, like not matte finish, but like an obsidian, like a smooth obsidian or something, like perfectly smooth. And it's just this energy of calm. It's like a presence. I have to get a name. I don't know. It's too soon in the day. I got a lot to do today, guys. I'm gonna go to McLeod later. Me and buddy are gonna go hiking. So I gotta remember I'll take some pictures. Show you the view from there. Hey guys, hey Jan. Use the white part of the egg or the yolk, but you still need both to make a chicken. Exactly, right. Right. And that depends, what dimension we're creating on, like, right. But I think you'd still need both. That's a good one. I see. As much as we have duality, dualities in everything. I think that's the trick. I think that's the secret that spirit is not worried about letting us know yet. Most people, because we just, people got to figure out how to just get balanced where they at. But the idea that it's all just love and light. No, it ain't. If I was God and I had a whole bunch of kids and I had a family, it wouldn't be all love and light. you know? Like, not because I didn't want it to, but just because you make fractals of yourselves. And you know what? They argued. Go figure. Wow, they had different opinions. I literally made you to have one, and then I made you to have another one. But go figure, like so. It's balance. Balance is heaven, right? Because you're not pulled or pushed. You're guided all the time from your highest, highest, highest. The only relationship that you need to know is yours and God's. That's it. I hate to break it to you because you don't need to I'm saying like your kids, right? You need to that relationship too. Obviously, they're too little. They're not gonna make it without you. So for that, yes, but they have their relationship with God too, with their highest, 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 right? And so it doesn't mean we're not here to play, obviously, to help each other in lives, but really comes down to it, and that's what every kid says, like with their parents, let me be me, I'm never gonna be like you when I get kids, and all that stuff. It's because you're trying now too much that you need to let God guide them at that point. You know what I'm saying? You need to let that happen. And then, hey, how do we know when, right? Hey, wish we had the blue. Hey, if we could get a guide down here, it'd be great. I mean, we got guides. Yeah, but they're up there. No, they're inside. I still, and then they say, well, we're on the cutting edge. Oh, so you mean we haven't figured it out in thousands and thousands and thousands of years? All right. But we're masters because we've done it before. You see where Michael gets confused? I really, I get to I don't get confused, like, but I get to the point where it's like, okay, let's go. Like, I understand your truth. It's definitely true. I'm not denying it, but that shit don't apply down here, bro. As above, so below. Not really. They say as below, if as above, so below. I really hope not, because if above is anything like it is down here, I think I'll just stay here because I just spent my life figuring out how to at least live here. I don't even want to go back up there. You know what I mean? If it's bad up as above, we gotta be careful with all this blah blah blah. Okay, this is what I mean with the spiritual stuff. Stop listening. Right? There's too many misnomers. If you're second guessing yourself, wrong. You should just be honest with yourself, acknowledging how you feel, being true about what it was, why you did it, it's your thought, whatever happened, and then moving on. There should never be a downward spiral in an ascension process ever for any reason. You just keep moving forward. And then if you want to skip over the hurdle, then you skip it, but it's gonna come back the next time. So just get yourself ready. It's fine. We do it all the time, guys. We've been ascending all the time. But this is the cutting edge. Really, we don't know how to ascend in the physical vessel because we haven't yet. In all of the multi-dimensionality of all time that doesn't even exist, I'm pretty sure we've already done this. That's why we're here and we know how to do this because we've done it before, right? There's too many misnomers. You can't say we've done it before and then say it's never been done before. You can't do that, Spirit. Don't give me that. I see too many patterns and you're not going to fool Michael. Michael will fool himself, okay? Like, and that's how I like it. I did not come to Earth to be told, okay? Excuse me. Although at the same time, all I ever want to do is like, work with spirit, like all the time. I wish I could do way more. You're doing enough. Okay, sure. That's what I said. I'm exhausted because I'm doing so much. Right? I'm so busy. And she's like, no, I think if we could all like apply for galactic jobs, like I'm gonna apply for all of them, and then maybe I'll get janitor, and then I'll be yes. At least I'll be on the ship, man. We yes, I made it. But it's funny, because it's the integration, and that's what it all comes down to. It's the integrate because we are the physical body. It is on a whole planet. It's a whole planet going together as one. So it is, and we have to ground and integrate all of this stuff. But don't tell me that I'm supposed to let go of all of this physicality and then just go and be galactic, because that who I truly am is just spirit, and I don't even the earth does nothing. Well, then why did I come? Why did I come? Why did I come? Why did I not just stay up there? Who's there to help people? Help them from what? They didn't want. They wanted to come. They didn't want to come. They didn't have to come. They wanted to come. They're stuck in karma. What do you mean? I thought it was, like they're stuck in. Okay, so we got to help them. How are we gonna help them? By incarnating, getting karma of our own, forgetting about it all, and then having to transmute ancestral lineages and energies that we're not aware of, but we're. So are we? So is this helping? So all the trauma that we have, we're transmuting it. It's being transmuted. Okay. Right. Right. Like, all I know is now I feel, I don't know what I'm trying to think of. Now, all I know is my trauma. Now I feel awkward in every situation. Is that how we transmuted it? Now I got to transmute what I transmuted. Well, what? I'm out of here. I'm out of here, spirit. Bye bye. I got time for you. I got time for you in this complicated, overly complicated. When, like, what does spirit say, right? If all we need is like one moment or one day, where the whole world just lives in love and projects love, and the whole world would change. That's all it takes. Thousands of years. That's all it takes. Millions of fucking years. That's all it takes. Well, listen, I don't know what you want me to do no more, because what are we supposed to do? We've been trying for thousands of years. And again, like, I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing, like, it's all good. But the whole, am I ascending? Am I not? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? Am I eating meat? Am I not eating meat? Am I drinking Healthy water, my not healthy water. Like honestly, like if spirit is gonna make these requirements like on a planet where we don't have access to anything healthy, per se, like then that's not fair. Okay. So I don't even want to ascend. Like I don't want to ascend and meet you guys if these are the kinds of rules that I'm just gonna be walking into again. You know what I mean? Like this is not how it's going. So and the reason, like I said, I'm saying all this because the spiritual path, it's all just trying to be hijacked. Everything's just trying to be hijacked. Well, they're trying to hijack everything. So it's you, mind, body, soul. Really feel, not how this tells you how to feel, not what you think you should feel based on what this tells you. All of it, right? That's why meditation is so good for people. But we can't get them to meditate, right? So, hey, it's their life. What do you want me to do? I'm supposed to save them, but I can't save everybody. Don't touch them. Right? Or whatever. Like I didn't come to Earth to just not save the world. All right, come on, masters of the universe. What did I come? It's the same thing. It's Groundhog Day for Michael. It's another planet. It's another lifetime. Right? What do we got? We got people. We got a planet, land and water and stuff. We got thoughts and we got energy. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's always been right for since the beginning of time. Right? Blow somebody's brain up that way. Right? Like all of us. You think your life is, and it's not like, and again, it's not like it's not important, right? Like it is, but that's the balance where you're not stuck in one of it being the most important. You have to do that, and but then you're not stuck in like, it doesn't mean anything. We're just going on Earth, whatever. It's the balance. You have to know both sides, and then you choose. And so navigating through life becomes easy because then you choose what you want to express yourself as in any situation. If it's too much over here, you stand over here. Too much over there, you stand over here to balance out the energies. And then as this dwindles, you come in closer from your side, and then it gets back together. That's what we're having to do. That's why we run into odds a lot, because we have to maintain. We're holding the light for the dark or whatever. So it's like we have to be the ugly duckling, the black sheeps, right? When all the white sheeps are dark and all the black sheeps, you know what I mean? Like have to hold the light or whatever. It's just a metaphor. Um, because it's within us all. We can all choose at any given time to do whatever it is that we want to do and be whoever it is that we want to be. No, but see, and here's the thing. If you define your being it based off of having things, then you're doing it wrong. And that's where you guys run into problems too in your world and society, right? It's because we say, oh, like I want to be oh God, I want to hunt, right? I'm a hunter. I say I'm a hunter, but I don't have a gun. That's pretty much not really a hunter, but nah, you can use a bow and arrow. What if you're really good at throwing kitchen knives? You know what I'm saying? You can hunt anything. Once I get off this video, I'm gonna go hunt out some food. You know what I mean? Like, so it's the wanting to manifest things, and so stuff, identifying with stuff, right? There's stuff talk about how it's just stuff, you know. And yeah, when you're aligned and you're doing your thing and you're yourself and you're in your power, you will be um gathering things, having things that do represent you. But that's different from gathering things in order to portray a representation. Uh, and once the whole world stops, we're all going to have so much fun. This is what they say, right? Because who you are is every single one of us is so unique. Okay? And they're telling me like my whole life, right? I've always felt like the true voice that I had, the true explanation, right? The true souls of who we all are as people, right? We don't really get to kind of like express all that and talk about that, and you know what I mean, like in the world, that uniqueness that is really inside you, that maybe you only are as a kid, you know, and for certain moments or this or that, but even as a kid, you know, you come in, you're dealing with hormones, you don't, you know, you're getting into your body, you don't even know what's going on. So there's a lot of other stuff that comes too with that. You know, it's not just pure alignment as a kid, but it's those moments as a kid when you're, you know, you're playing and you're just, you feel great and everything's good and everything's, you know, but that uniqueness that's unique inside all of us, like that's what needs to be stoked. The fire that everyone has, the flame inside, that's what gets stoked. And then you'll notice in the world how conversations are getting more, people are talking more about spiritual stuff, people are talking more about, you know, and like we said before, you know, how bad does it have to get for people to realize, you know, hopefully not any worse, but the world's starting to realize, and in a big way. I think we can all see that. So I mean, as far as the world, or you know, popular media or something says, right, we're still in dangerous situations. But for me, like I literally walked into work again without a mask, you know, did it again. Like, 'cause I don't, you know, I mean, it's in the contract, you know, nothing I can do, but you know, if it's work, it's just, uh, you know, I try to be quick while I'm in there, try to get in and out and take breaks if I need to, but I just don't live in that reality, you know, and so that's the, see, that's the thing, is you have to constantly live in your own reality. You have to constantly choose the one that you want to live in, but you're going to have to also deal with the outside world. So how, right? This isn't what they teach us in school. You know, they don't teach you how to, like, they just teach you to get into the system and start running that hamster wheel. Um, when in reality, there's a lot of things that we can do opposite of that, if we were smart about it, right? Now we got blockchain, so that's all coming in. But it's important to learn you, you, you. Start it all over again. Start yourself all over. Reset. Start it all over again, right? Whatever it is, whatever it is. Forget about the past. Forget it. Just start over. You know, with where you're at now, with the knowledge that you have, that you've gained, that the love that you know how to give now. Don't think about the times it didn't work or the ones that didn't work. You know, think of how more skilled you are now and able to do it, to give it to yourself, to know when to accept, to know when to give it to someone else in the words that they're saying, you know, and they're just looking for, you know, someone to talk to. I mean, it's, we know this now. When you're a kid, you don't know it at all. So give yourself some credit, right? You know, it might not seem like we're getting anywhere sometimes, but you're getting somewhere, you know, whether it's remembering or learning or not, you know, like that's my whole thing. I always, like, I want to slap the, right upside spirits back of the head. This is the best way. This is all we come up with. You know, why did I choose this for me? Hit myself, you know, like hit my spirit in the lap. What is what's happening? Right. You know, but then the reality is, it's, you know, look at you, look at it all. Look at the light that you, I mean, just the body itself and upgrades, right? Ascension, and like the way you felt, you know, your body or your energy, everything's upgrade. Like this is happening. It's happening, and keep going. But it's crucial that we stop. That's the mind. So it's, don't touch any of this stuff because it's bad for me because it's 3D. Okay, then I got to ground 5D. Okay, well, none of this stuff out here is 5D. Well, like not a lot of it, you know. So what do I touch? Nothing. Okay. So we don't touch it, but then we're here to ground it. So we don't want to stay away from it and leave Earth. But at the same time, how are we gonna ground? You know, and so, and that's why it's all in the consciousness and awareness, right? Because we can't go up to people with, who have money and are evil and want to say blah blah blah. Yeah, well, it would be like if they don't get it, they don't get it. You know what I mean? If people don't understand internally why it's not nice to do that, they're not. You can't convince them. You can't, right? They're gonna need to get shook and shocked. They're gonna need to one day say something to someone they love and then see the look on their face, you know what I mean, or something, and maybe that'll be eye-opening. Or then they leave their life forever and then they lost them and then they just go into even more anger and whatever for the rest of who knows. Hopefully not, but this is what happens sometimes. It's because Michael said so? No, it's not. It's because of all of love and creation. That's okay. Right? So when are you gonna, what I want to know, Spirit, is when are you gonna supply the people who just want to give love and make a better world with what they need to in order to do so and get rid of all these other obstacles? Because you keep telling us to get rid of the obstacles, but I don't, I think we're gonna get there as a people, right? But it's like, it's just funny sometimes. Like I want to be my full power. I want to be able to just go anywhere, anything, and like Neo, like they shoot bullets, and no, you just, I know, all the bullets stop. That's all. I don't want powers so I can go dominate the world. I just want them so I can protect myself and my family. That's it. I want them so I can eat a steak. Well, that's bad for the aminals, but like a replicator, right? Replication, eat a steak, and then my body's okay because I have my powers and I can just enjoy food, God forbid, everything, all this life and abundance and on the planet, and we can't touch it. Don't touch it. I don't know. Just look, don't touch. I'm telling you, that's some new motto needs to be look, don't touch. Going to Earth needs to be a big billboard sign as you're flying towards Earth that says, look, don't touch, before you go in. I'll keep all hands inside the vehicle at all times. You know, um, just send it love every day. Oh, yo, nice, bravery. Yeah, eventually, I really want to do that. I want to be able to, as much as I want, like land. I don't know, bro. Like there's still those two parts of me. I got to be able to have land somewhere, and then still be able to travel all over. That's because I'm all over air sign. So, we'll see. See what happens. They say to be focused and be specific. Well, didn't my soul come in with a plan? What am I supposed to be so focused on? I've been asked, right? We've been asking for love, kindness, equality, whatever, our whole lives. Like, if you can't figure out how to do that, Spirit, then I don't know what else to do because we're trying our best. And if you're trying your best and we're trying our best, well, guess what? So quit putting this on the slaves, right? That's the worst. It's a hero story. I say it all the time. We're in a hero story. It's why it's literally all of life is a reflection of everything that's going on right now. Life is telling you constantly what's happening. We're not noticing it. We're not paying attention. We're not look at the big, 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 big picture, right? Even if you go smaller than that and you go like, step down and you say, well, this country wants to dominate the world and then that country just wants to be free. Oh yeah, good guy, bad guys. Good guy, bad guy. Good guy, bad guy. Good guy, bad guy. Good guy, bad guy. Groundhog's Day. Groundhog's Day. Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry. It's exciting. Nice. Yes. Yes. He-Man. Oh my gosh. Did you guys watch the new He-Man? It's like on Netflix. So good. It did so good. It's been like so long too. But when I Googled it to find a picture, it's like, 1970, late 1980s, and then it's 2021. It's like 40 years, you know, like why didn't we do He-Man again? And that's a good question. Ask yourself, why didn't we do He-Man more often? Mm. How come it only happened then, which was the 80s? What was 84? I heard 84 is the year I was born, as a harmonic convergence, or 81, something like that, right? And then now we got it back here right now, 2021. Uh-oh, it's all coincidence. Does it really matter inside versus outside? Both together make one perspective. Exactly. That's the whole thing, right? The inside is the outside is the inside. And then it's just around and around and around and around. At the end of the day, it's just like, I'm just sitting, right? At the end of the day, of all the glory, of all the amazing, all passion, how meaningful everything is, it's just God just sitting there. Everybody's having their day. I already know them because I kind of planned them. But let's see what new stuff they come up with, and that's all it is. What's the whole purpose of life? It's all simple. You know it, guys. I don't know. I love you guys. Just trying to bring love, and I'm talking a lot, so I don't know. I'm not really sticking to a point here. That's what I mean. That's why I feel like this, because I have a point. I have one point. You know what I mean? And it's always been the same thing. It's been to unite the world, unite the clans, slap everybody upside the head, whatever metaphors you want to use. It's been the same thing, right? So spirit needs to, because then it's the fact, like, well, what can one person do, right? Like, we can only do what we can do. We're not gonna reach every, you know what I mean, like everybody in the world, but we're gonna reach enough people that then that person will reach enough other people, and then that, right? So it's like, what do? We came here for this epic journey, epic story, and like, I'm just gonna make YouTube videos. I'm like, cool. Just like, and then I think about all the masters that are here, or all the beings that are super love light beings that are here, that are doing a lot of stuff, and they're creating this, and they have their powers, and it's like, for all those powers, we're still here. And I'm not saying that they're not doing anything, right? Because it's what's being done is all like behind the scenes, because it's new technology and it's not supposed to be mainstream. So a lot of this stuff's happening, but I'm just sitting here like, okay, I mean, that's great, but if we don't have it, it's like, so everyone is at whatever level they're at on the planet. And until we all just get over whatever level we think we're at, and we just try to come together and be nice every time, and, take care of each other. You don't even need spirituality, man. You don't need it. You don't need this excuse. You don't need a spiritual. You don't need a politician. You don't need none of it. You don't need a single thing in order to live. You just need you and me, right? The one to make the three. That's all you need. That's the magic. That's my trick. I was like, watch this, right? And then he split into two people or something. I was like, but every time I split, it's another fractal of myself that is not as knowing as the ones before. And so the remembering, yes, but also the new learning of the new soul of the being, which then adds to the knowledge bank of the entire multiverse of consciousness of God. So it's, what's the point of life? Just to live it. Just to live it. It ain't about good. It ain't about bad. It's one doesn't win over the other. One doesn't, but it is love, right? So that is why you will all come back home to the same place, right? That's the place. That is the heaven you guys talk about. The heaven you guys talk about is love. That's it. Like infinite, unconditional love. That feeling when you connect with unconditional, unconditional love, is, if you've ever felt those beings come in and it literally just overwhelms your entire body. Like, what happened? I don't know. Jesus just came by. It just made me happy. I don't know how that happened, but you asked for it, right? So was it you? Oh, we got to ask for permission, right? We're all just friends. That's all we are. That's all anybody ever is. All the highs and lows, and I'm cool and you're cool. You know, I'm an angel. I'm not an angel. I'm a light angel. I'm a dark angel. It's just a bunch of kids playing, having like I don't know how else to see it. Like, but how do you at like 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? How do I look at, how do I get adults to take me seriously? Like I would have to break it down to them. And then even in breaking it down, most of my ideas are still out of the, still didn't work. I mean, this has just been fun. That's what I like to say. This has been fun. I can't wait for it all to come around. Right? I don't even want to be there when it does, because I don't even want to feel the emotion of all of that. I just don't even want to be there. I just want everybody to figure it out, and then they'll all be happy, and I'm just gonna be finally happy for them all. Like, it's so funny. No, I'm totally gonna want to be there. I'm gonna be right smack dab in the middle, um, going yes. Being the janitor, I'm gonna be right in the middle, just sweeping the floor. Like, yeah, you guys, man, we keep trying to keep this place nice for you guys, but man, you guys keep just thrashing it all. We gotta kick you out. You can't come. Too high vibrate. You're too low. You're too low. Just that's how you do. Press the button. Falls through the floor. He's going. Nope, no more. We gotta vibrate that guy out of here. Hey, Mike, Steven, mate. How you doing? Loose lip Thoth. Yeah, Thoth. You know what? That's a good one. That's totally who's here. That's probably makes a lot of sense. It's interesting, the representation. It's a little different. It's probably like modern. It's like a more modern, high tech. Yeah, yeah, that's what he's doing. There's a gap. There's. It's very symmetrical. I have to draw this out. Oh, yay! Trick or treat late. Yes. So food's ready when you come. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I know. We're gonna go. Like I said, we gotta go up to Mount Shasta. I was above. Please be better. Yeah, seriously. That's too funny. Hey, Nita. Yeah. Look, don't touch. Yeah, you break it, you buy it. Exactly. Yo, that's the other half. That's the other part, right? Don't touch it, because if you do, you break it, you karma. You break it, you karma it. Right? Don't touch nothing. That's what they say with Dolores Cannon, right? When she did the first, second, third waivers. The first waivers are like, they're done. They're done. They don't even want to be here no more, or something. I forget. Something like that, and then the second waivers, you know, they said it was the second, yeah, third was like the Crystal and the Rainbow Kids, but I think it's the second waivers, she's like, they're the ones who don't, they don't care about marriage. They don't want to get married. They don't really want to have kids, it's just it's not like I don't want to. It's just not happening. It's like I really haven't like seen someone that I've been like, yes, you are just the perfect person for my children. Like, and that again, it's not like I've been doing that either. I just haven't gotten to that point where I've like, right. And so I wonder in my second wave, but see, a lot of us, we gotta step out of we gotta step into the multi-dimensionality and realize we're all the freaking waves. It's just waves as in time and in human time, Earth. We're all the waves. We already know the whole thing. Like if you're an indigo, you came to break down the old system, right? Or whatever it says. So that just means that you were living in the old system when you were born. You could still be a rainbow child, but if you were born into that, you know, uh, you're going to have to break down the old system and you're going to go through the same things. The difference maybe being that the indigos are more warrior type. They wanted to it or something, and they wanted to, whereas maybe crystals are just to be receptive and projective or something. But it's really just, again, it's all of it is, it's why it's like me teaching stuff, or like it's all just, how do we teach anything? You know something, and then you got to break it down into parts. We have parts for everything out here. There's parts everywhere. And you don't need the parts. You need your connection to your soul, to your spirit. That's all you need. And then you just need to listen to it. The breaking down in parts is only necessary because of the programs that got put up there. So we have to deconstruct the program and the way that it got in your head and how it's being reinforced by stuff. And so that's why I sell spirit. Yeah, we need more 5D places. We need more, right? And so that's what we're doing here, right? So am I an indigo? Yes. Am I a second wave? Sure. Am I a third waver? Yeah, right? Because I know the rainbow consciousness. Hello. Doesn't mean you're not, so it's just don't separate. That's all I'm saying. This is the key message I had to say today was don't separate. Stop. Don't buy into the stories, even your own, right? See your story and how it applies to everyone, to all other stories, to all other beings, to all other planets. So it's so much bigger. Like I'm not saying it's not important, right? Again, but I'm always saying, get over yourself, and then get over yourself again, and then get over, and then step back further, and then step back further, right? Get over yourself saying you're getting over yourself, right? This is the truth. That's how you deconstruct the ego. Like, oh, that's my ego. I know it. Well, get over it, ego. And then you have to go, well, listen, I'm not trying to be spiritually better than my ego or something. Right? So you got to just, right? So you can do that forever, or you could just, sit and hang out with God. Right? But we don't know how to do that until you get through all of this stuff, right? But one video to rule all videos, be nice. Be nice to yourself, be nice to others. Live a good life, right? That's all you gotta do. It's easy peasy, simple. People want to know how to do stuff so they can get stuff. People want to know how to manifest so they can, have a boat and then they can go. It's not about the boat. It's about, do you want to be someone who lives on a right? That's how you manifest it, because you become it. You are it, right? You embody the whole thing. You don't get the boat. And now I'm a boater, I'm a boat owner. That's nice. Do you ever use it? No, because if you bodied in it, if you don't want, wanting stuff is just wanting stuff. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Stuff. I'm all charged up today. Send you guys love. Email, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just hit 37. So got you on me. Joe, hi Joe. Nice to see you. Oh, cool, Bravery. I'm glad, man. Yeah, I appreciate having you guys here. Because it's like I literally feel like there's a lot of us, I have all the answers for everybody. But instead of getting there, we're still too busy figuring out why this happened or why that happened or why, and, and out of fear, so it doesn't happen again. All right, yeah, I get it. We don't want it to happen again, but that's not how you do it. You have to embrace it all. What did you learn? Right? You don't want it to happen again. You don't stop ever doing ever again, ever, just blankets the whole thing. Your life is, you're living in a padded cell. You're living in fort. You're just living in a room because you don't go anywhere. Like that's not it. That's not it either, guys. I'm sorry, spirit. I love you, but if you're telling us that we're just supposed to leave this place, that it's just have to detach from it, but then we're here to ground it. Listen, I don't know what plan is in place, but my plan is that this whole planet embraces love again. Like everyone, hearts open, blown open, people crying. I don't care. get it out, right? Loving themselves again, understanding, oh my gosh, I was under a spell, and I wasn't seeing this and I wasn't seeing that. It's okay. God, I want to cry myself right now. That's such a big thing. That's such a big place. So you guys got to realize the more you do that for yourself, the less we're going to have to deal with when it all happens as a collective, right? I think that's why we all got to be doing it as much as we can and spreading it. And, we don't want a big, huge, shocking thing, but that seems to be the only way to get people's attention in a lot of ways. So, we're going to strive for grace and ease, So let's try to make it smooth. Okay, that's what she said. Oh, I don't know if that makes sense. Shoot down. Hey, yeah, welcome to Milo. Fall back on the Bible for support. Not trying to push. No, that's good, Michael. I'm glad you brought that up. Like, that's the whole point of why I talk about all this. Like, I want all of it. We need to talk about all of it. I don't, if you get hooked, if we're going to get at odds, Muhammad said this. Well, no, that's Jesus. But like, if you're going to start doing that, then you're missing the point. Just what did he say? What did he say? Oh, yeah, that's a lot like Jesus. Okay, yeah, they're prophets and stuff or whatever. I don't know, I'm getting it wrong. Not that. That's what I mean. Don't nitpick. But my mom did that, the one time because she knows I'm, spiritual, and she said, she's like, she says, you're gonna hate what I'm telling, or you're not gonna like what I'm telling, or you're not gonna like, and I'm like, what? What happened? She's like, I went to church, and I was like, oh, I was like, I don't hate it, but that's the thing, people, we don't even understand the other side to the stories, you know what I mean? Like, we're all labeling each other before we even know. But she ended up saying, she was just like, and it was amazing. She's like, I felt, because we don't go a lot, you know what I mean? We never really, did and stuff, but maybe when I was littler, but as I grew up, we grew out of it. We weren't going to go on Sundays, and we're normal, I guess, average, right, for religious, but not, and we didn't read the Bible, we didn't do anything like that. But then when she said she went, and she was like, she felt so good, and I was just like, why would I not be happy for that? I mean, if you're feeling good because you went somewhere and that book said to hurt people, okay, I'm going to be concerned. Then I would be concerned. That's when you call me and you say, hey, you might be a little concerned with this, but I felt the urge to, do something naughty. Then I'd be concerned. So, and and this is such, what do they say? People aren't going to understand these words until I'm gone, right? Or something, it's just like, and there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us out here all saying this and saying it. People, one day everyone's going to get over all their religious shit. They're going to get over all the political shit. One day, right? And not get over it. Not like politics could probably be a good thing if it was like set up right, and it was like people talking about ideas, and blah blah blah. It's like, the word doesn't have to just equate to the messed up system that is in place now. But politics is politics. That's like trade, and and whatever. That's between nations. But do we even need that? Probably not. Right? We don't need half. You don't need half of it. People go to religion to feel happy. Well, pick anything you want. If you believe that not doing it makes you bad, if you believe that doing it makes you, it's all up to you. Read the book, don't read the book. Right? But if you do happy things, if you be happy, inspiration can come from anywhere. That's all the Bible. That to me, that's all those books ever. I'm not saying they're not real accounts, like I say, but life to me is Groundhog's Day. I'm not impressed. I'm not. This isn't. You know what I mean? Like, this is common. This is normal. This is the same thing. So they're great stories, but again, they're just stories. I can watch a movie someone made from his mind and see this and find the same inspiration that you can from the words of the Bible. It's just the layer at people believe in them. It's what it, people hear the Bible and they really believe it, and it's really intense. And then people like fight over that. They murder, yeah, yeah, yeah. More dead people than any other reason on the planet for religion. It's like I stayed away from that with a 10-foot pole. But that doesn't mean that, like I said, reading the book. And again, their stories, they're great. They're great outside of it, they're great inside of it, but they don't matter to either, right? Balance, balance. It's up to you. If you're going to be a creator, the universe, when you're doing chi, the universe doesn't care what kind of chi you make. It's just chi. It's just there. It's available. You can use it for however you want to use it. All of this stuff is just tools for us to grow into who and what we are. To remember. It ain't about to get bogged down for the rest of your life into some dogma keeping you in a box. And this is the only way you can function for the rest of your life. That is not what an infinite creator would ever want for anyone. Period. 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 The fact that there is creation in the first place tells you that he allows, that he creates. You know what I mean? Like, because we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. People say that. Well, if he was good, why does he let all this happen? Well, listen, like if he obviously doesn't care. Okay, no, it's not that either. It's like he does care a lot. That's why he's not. That's why he's not. Because he does not want to restrict your freedom. He doesn't want to take your, you know what I mean, your will, right? You know who does? This stuff out here. This stuff out here takes our energy to give it life. What we see it as, what we love it as, is what makes it real. I gotta go, guys. I don't want to keep blabbing. Yeah, I love that you mentioned that, Michael. I'm so glad that you do. Literally right now, I'm going. Tends to question everything. Michael tends to question everything. Tell me I'm wrong, Michael. I question everything. God looks on the heart. Yeah, I'm going right now. My buddy, we're gonna go hiking, and he's been a Bible reader his whole life, and he's been a Christian, I believe, his whole life. Like he did ministry school, like he traveled, he actually went to school, and even him, and like why are we friends? It's so funny. But we met at work, and we just started talking, and he just sees it, like he sees how it's like, he's waking up too, like he's because I don't know the answers, but I know that like it's not in this limited, it's creation, it's active, it's alive, it's right now. We keep trying to box life up for what, and put it away and lock the key, lock the door and leave it there. Why? Because it's safe. That's how afraid we are. Look at that. That's bad. No, we should be embracing life. We should be experiencing life. We should be, all of it. No books required. Why? And again, like not like it won't practically happen because we have history. So we would, right? All that's jacked up. So I got used to not needing books. It's like, and we're all still here. Still here. It's easy. Life is easy, but it's made complicated, right? Like it depends what we mean. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta get going. My buddy's texting me. McLeod, go to McLeod. McLeod's about an hour 15 away, and then so that's 3 hours or so driving from right now, from noon, say 3 o'clock, and I got to get back by tonight to do my show. So we'll have 3 or 4 hours up there to hike. So yeah, I'm gonna take off now, get going. Busy day. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. And anything you guys want to talk about, feel free. Because that's the way we do it. That's the way we get anywhere. talking, consciousness, figuring it out, you know, sharing, not judging. That's what a lot. That's we're getting out of it. I know. I know. Sometimes it seems like it's still not even close, but you know, it is, right? It's like, and that depends where you're looking at, what you're reading, and what you're looking at, and how you're applying it. And 9 times out of 10, if you're looking this way, you're not looking this way. So that's why we always got to question ourselves. You know, what did I just read? Who wrote it? Where were they coming from? Why did they write it? You know, like there's so many things behind everything. But most of all, right? Again, why are you reading it? And what and how does it apply in a positive way? If it doesn't, you don't need it. Simple, simple, simple all the time. We tell you it's simple. That's why our messages are always the same messages over and over and over again. Clean your, ground, eat healthy, and be love and meditate and be nice. And it's the same message millions of years or whatever. It's so funny. So I'm gonna give them crap until I see what I like to believe that I came here to help create. Okay, so and I'm seeing it, right? We're seeing it more and more as we go. But sometimes it feels like we got a long way to go. So all right, there you go, guys. So it'll sum it all up right there. Not really solving anything, but solving everything at the same time, right? Because that's the only way it works. So, quit worrying about it. just have fun. Let's go live life, right? Forget about it. Don't worry about, you're in a situation and you feel weird. No, who cares? Nobody cares. Everybody else is weird. Everyone's awkward nowadays. It's just normal. We're all just people. Like, get over all of it. Come on, guys. Empower yourself. He-Man, Masters of the Universe. I have the power. Come on, guys. You know you do. You know you do. You and Castle Grayskull, right? Creator. You have the power. I just can't wait until I can turn into He-Man. Okay, I'm going for real this time. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye.